Welcome to David Wong webinar, Coil, A New Hope. So today's theme, as you can see, is Star Wars. So what do you think? Energy healing, telepathy, remote viewing, clairvoyance, being able to tell the future, the light side of the Force, the dark side of the Force. Is it all true? The Force, is it true? Remember the part in the movie in episode number 7? Han Solo, who used to be the skeptic, the rebel, the maverick, who didn't believe in the Force. Finally, in episode 7, when he was asked, "Is the Force real?" he said, "It's true. All of it." So today, we are struggling through some very dark times. So if you are struggling or you are suffering right now, or you know somebody that is, if you're experiencing negative energy, I'm going to teach you how to clear that negative energy in a matter of minutes. If you're feeling confused right now, I'm going to teach you how you can gain clarity in your life and in your mind. If you feel that way, I'm going to show you how you can gain inner peace in a matter of minutes. If you feel disconnected, I'm going to show you how you can connect your mind with your heart, with your body, and with your spirit, also in a matter of minutes. If you're having money problems, if you're having lack, I'm going to show you ways that will help you to attract abundance and become a magnet to good things in your life. Maybe not in a matter of minutes, but we can change your brain programming in a matter of minutes. And then that will manifest itself in your life over time. So if you're struggling with any one of those things I just mentioned, and if you're suffering from any of those things during these dark times, the purpose of this webinar is to say that there's a light of hope. There is hope for you, for your friends, for your family, for your loved ones, and for the planet. Just like in the movies have a part in our reality, don't they? It appears that there is no hope when it appears that the end is near and then all is doomed. There's always a small light of hope, and it's from that little small light that grows into a bright future and a bright reawakening. So my story is, since I was young, I always wanted to seek out the truth. What is the truth? What's the truth of the universe? Where do we come from? What's our purpose in life? And when I was young, when I was in grade 4, I had a near fatal accident, where I cracked my head open because I was sliding down the rails of the stairs, because I like to slide down on my stomach, and then, it's fun. But I fell over the stairs, and then I cracked my head open, blood gushing everywhere. It was really, really ugly. I was rushed to the emergency, and the doctor said I only had a 50% chance of survival. And even if I did survive, I would not have full brain function. That's what they said. But luckily, I did survive, and I think I have 100% brain function, maybe even more. So I think that our lives are unpredictable. You don't know how long it's going to be. And since then, I've always wondered, okay, what's the purpose of life? Where do I come from? What am I doing here? What's the meaning of everything? I wanted to seek the truth, and also wanted to figure out how to become successful. I want to figure out how to have a happy life. And through the meditation and through the practices that I have learned over the years, I was able to heal myself in many ways. So I used to be extremely depressed because of my accident when I was young. It changed my personality, and I became very introverted. I used to be very extroverted before my accident, but afterwards something changed in my psyche. And then I became very chronically depressed. That actually led to a lot of physical problems as well. And what happened then is, over the years, it led to some serious digestive issues, ulcers, and many other psychological issues as well. But I never gave up. And through my healing journey, I discovered a way to heal my digestion in a matter of 90 days. The doctors told me that I had to be on medication for my whole life. And what ended up happening was after I took the medication, I was poisoned. I had side effects and skin problems that came from the medication that I had never had before. That was a big problem, and that totally lost my confidence in traditional conventional medicine. But still, I didn't give up, and finally, I stumbled upon this technology. And within 90 days of using the wand, as you can see here, I was able to heal myself from a chronic digestive issue I had for 10 years. So for 10 years, I was suffering and in pain. And then I was healed from that. There's many other things that happened. And because somebody asked me recently, what other things happened to you and how did you heal yourself once you learn about technology? And actually, when I look back, there's many things that happened, not just that. I had a frozen shoulder through training martial arts. And it bugged me for about 2 years without any improvement. So whenever I can't lift my shoulder higher than this, it would have to be extremely painful. But then I used the wand again. And then I did some very basic exercises, which I did before, but it didn't really help. But I did some basic exercises. I used the wand, and then I had full range of motion without any pain. So I was able to heal my frozen shoulder. There's another thing that happened. I have pictures of this. Is I actually went bald. I had a big bald spot in the back of my head the size of my palm, like this. And people say that when you go bald, you can't grow your hair back, right? But I did what was impossible. I was able to grow back my hair from the back of my head. What else happened in my healing journey? Well, it's not my only healing journey. I was able to heal my dad, who is over 70 years old now. But he had severe insomnia for a month, maybe 2 months, because of stress. And he slept at most 30 minutes a day, if sometimes not even zero 0 minutes a day. And then it was so bad that he lost probably 20 pounds of his weight. And I was so in shock when I first saw him when I picked him up from the airport. But that night, since he got here, I gave him the wand and he went to sleep that night. He slept for 4 hours, which is unheard of for the last 2 months. Ever since he used the wand, he has been sleeping like a baby ever since. And then there's my mom. My mom had a stroke about a year or two ago. And she lost all her movement from her left side. She couldn't lift her left arm. She couldn't walk with her left leg. And I used the wand again on her. And on a regular basis, I installed the aura coil in her house. As you can see, this one. I mean, she was able to recover faster than all of the other people that had strokes at the same time were in her rehab facility that she was at. And then doctor said, you're completely healed. You're completely recovered. And that was, I believe it was due to the assistance of the wand technology. It goes beyond that. There's also my dog, Chi, my brown dog. If you see my Instagram, you can see lots of pictures of him with that. He had this big lymph infection on both sides of his neck. Now he's only this big, and the lymph infection was this big. So imagine how many percent of his body that covered. Probably at least 10 or 15% of his body. And I went to the vet, and they told me, oh, you have to be on antibiotics so that the infection will go away. And I said, no, hell no, I'm not going to give my dog any antibiotics. Let's try using the aura coil. So I used the aura coil, a bigger one. You just sleep on top of that for about 30 minutes a day for 5 days. And then day after day, the swelling went down a little bit. And by the 5th day, it was all gone. I felt his neck and there was no more swelling at all. So that's my healing journey. And I'm sure that if you are on this webinar and you have some more technologies, you have your own stories to share. As a disclaimer, I'm not saying that this technology will do any of those things. This is just my experience. So the point of Qigong meditation, if you don't know, is we want to activate the Qi energy inside of all of us. And it is to help you to release. I'm going to do a meditation that's going to help you to release negative energy and blockages. I'm going to do a meditation that helps you to connect your chakras, help you to ground and center yourself, and help you to connect to yourself. And a bonus, I'm going to actually show you a little bit of how to use that chi energy to heal other people. So get into a comfortable position and make sure that you don't have any distractions. Turn off all other screens except this screen. If you have any other music, turn it off. And get into a comfortable seated position. It's actually better if you stand. So if you're standing, that would be even better. You can even lie down, but make sure your body is straight and lined up. If you're sitting on a chair, try to sit up straight with your back off the chair. So this is a frequency you can get for free. It's called the remove negative energy frequency, or clear negative energy frequency. So we're going to use this frequency, and at the same time we're going to do a meditation. So right now I want you to close your eyes and cover your stomach with both hands like this. So you feel your belly button, and then you want to put your left hand on top, and then your right hand goes on top. So the middle of your palms will kind of connect together in a line, and it'll line up to your belly button. So if you are male, then I would put my left first, then right. If you are female, then put your right first, then left. So once you have that position, I want you to close your eyes and then just breathe and feel your stomach getting bigger as you breathe in and getting smaller as you breathe out. So from the side, you can see, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep breathing in, breathing out. Nice, long, gentle breaths. This is called basic prenatal breathing, because this is how babies breathe. They breathe with their tummies. And as you're breathing, I want you to focus your energy, or focus your awareness to behind your belly button. And now I want you to kind of scan your body. Have your consciousness feel the skin. Let's start with your nose. Put your consciousness to your nose. Feel your nose right now. Just with your mind. You don't have to touch it with your hands, but just feel it with your mind. Feel the tip of your nose. Feel the air that is blowing against your nose just from the air around you. And feel the air going in your nostrils. Feel the air blowing out of your nostrils. Now you're aware of your nose. Now I want you to be aware of your eyes. Can you feel your eyes? Feel your eyeballs in your sockets. Okay, can you feel your eyes? Feel them inside of your eyelids as you are closing your eyes. Feel your left eye. Put your awareness there. Feel the round, white eyeball. And then feel your right eye as you do the breathing. Now I want you to feel your ears. Feel your left ear. Feel all the folds on your ear. The tip of your ear to your earlobes. And then feel your right ear. Now here's a little trick. Every time you breathe in, I want you to imagine there's this positive energy, like white energy, glowing light that is surrounding your ear or being breathe in to your ears whenever you breathe in. And then when you breathe out, you just relax. Okay, now I want you to scan your entire brain. So feel your brain. Feel the left hemisphere as you breathe in. Imagine your brain is like a lung and it's absorbing all the energy, positive light energy. And then feel the right brain. Imagine your brain is a lung and it is expanding as you are breathing in. And then as you breathe out, just relax. Now feel the brain stem right in between the two hemispheres. Feel there. Breathe in and feel that. And imagine that expanding as like a lung, like a balloon. When you are breathing in, white energy filling it up, and then breathe out, you relax. Okay, so now that you can feel every part of your head. Oh, I forgot the tongue. Now breathe in through your nose and feel your tongue. Feel the soft tongue, feel the moist tongue in your mouth. And if you are having lots of saliva in your mouth, that means it's good. You have activated a sort of chi energy if you're having more saliva right now. And in some meditation, if you can taste your saliva and it starts to turn sweet, then that's also a really good sign that you're doing this really well. So taste your saliva. What's it taste like? Feel your mouth, feel the teeth around your tongue. Feel the upper teeth, feel the lower teeth as you breathe in and breathe out. Feel it expanding just like a lung, just like a balloon when you breathe in. And then when you breathe out, you relax. Okay, now we've gone through most of the head. So I want you to scan your head as you breathe in, and now you're not focused on any part of your head. Now you're focusing on your entire head. And when you breathe in, try to feel if there's any tension, any pain, any dark spots that you can feel or sense or inside of your head right now. Try to feel that you're breathing in and relax as much as you can. So when you breathe in, fill it with light, your whole head with white light. Then when you breathe out, just relax everything and say, ha. Breathe in. Relax, ha. Now when you breathe in, I want you to breathe in through your third eye here, in the middle between your eyebrows. Just imagine the light is entering through that spot in between your eyebrows, filling your whole head, and then relax. Fill up your whole head and relax. Breathe out. Filling your whole head and relax and breathe out. And you might feel some tingling, or it's like a cool breeze. There's some shivering or some chills that kind of go and tingle throughout your whole head, on your skin, or maybe you even feel it inside of your head. If you feel that, that's good. Keep going. So if there's any dark spots there, or you feel any kind of tension, I want you to focus the light that you breathed in, and focus that light there. And then as you breathe in, hold your breath a little bit. Don't breathe out yet. And then just feel that light kind of like cleaning out all those dark spots and filling it all up with light. If there's any pain spots, just imagine that light going to that pain spot and doing a little scrub. It's like a scrub, and just imagine it cleaning that area, cleaning it out, and then clearing it out of any kind of negative energy. You can imagine it's brown, black, or some dark gray energy And it's slowly just like disappearing and fading away and turning bright. Okay, when you have that, you can breathe out. And just imagine when you breathe out, that energy is going out of your mouth. That dark energy going out of your mouth, and breathe out. Imagine it going into the ground and then just disintegrating. So let's do that a few times. So breathe in. Feel the white energy. Clean out that dark spot. And then breathe out, and then let the bad energy come out. Breathe in. Clean it out. Breathe out. Wash it out. Wash it away. Breathe in. Let the light clean everything out. Breathe out. Let it wash away. Okay. Now we've been focusing a lot of our head. So now let's brush our heads like this. You can take off your glasses and brush backwards like this. Brush your face. Brush your ear. Brush your head. Brush your neck. And brush it downwards and backwards and down your shoulders. Down your neck and your shoulders. Down your arms. Down your arms this way. Down your chest. Down your back. And then down your legs. Down your thighs. Down your calves. And your shins. And down your feet. Alright? And then take a deep breath. And then breathe out really hard. Like blow it out. Deep breath. Blow out really fast. Take a deep breath. Blow out real fast. Okay, so that's one simple exercise. That's something you can use. It's really good for headaches, or you have stress in your brain and you have like migraines and stuff like that, because you go through every part of your head and kind of release that negative energy. The next meditation I want to share with you is something that helps you to connect and helps you to ground yourself. Okay, because some of you said that you were having problems finding connection because there's so much anxiety, so many distractions, and so many things happening in the world. You find yourself off balance. You find yourself kind of dispersed and not centered. And you're kind of going through life, and you wake up, you work, and you go to sleep, and you're like, what happened? It's all a haze. You don't really feel any substance in your life. You don't really feel like you're really there. Maybe even your family members are saying you're not really there, or maybe they have that feeling. So let me show you how you can ground yourself. And I'm going to play another frequency that we also have for free. It's called the Light Force frequency. And it's on our Coil app. So when people listen to this, it's very calming, it's very grounding, it's very centering. So we're going to combine this music, this quantum frequency, with this meditation. So the same thing we're going to do, you're going to sit and relax. And one way to actually make this even better is to be standing up. So let me stand up for this. I want you to stand up. I have to kind of squat right now. So I want you to stand up, and then kind of like stand with your feet shoulder width apart. And then stand up nice and tall. Make sure that you are nice and tall and your neck is like extended. Just imagine you have a string attached to the top of your head, and you're like a doll just hanging from the string. Now, I want you to breathe in, and then imagine you're gathering this energy, white energy, to the top of your head. Just the crown chakra, which is right there. Okay, and gather energy. Imagine, and use your middle finger to kind of guide it to that spot of your head. And then just imagine a white energy going down through your head. And then stop a little bit in your solar plexus. And then make it go down to your tummy. And then relax. Okay, so do that again. Guide to the top of your head. And just as your hands fall, you're just imagining that ball of light. Just imagine there's a ball of light or beam of light going down in the middle, through the middle of your body, and down into your dantian. So the dantian is not actually the surface, it's actually behind your belly button. So if it's your belly button and you go about 1.5 inches behind, it's that part inside. So you need to go there. Okay, so do that again. Slowly let it fall. Okay, so I feel that part of the top of your head. Hold it there and then let it fall. And then the slower you do this, the better, because then you can really feel that energy ball moving through your body. If you do it too fast, you might not feel that energy ball. So you gotta do it slow. Okay, now what you want to do is I want you to put your left hand here on your belly button and put your right hand on that top of your head. And then do the same thing. Breathe through the top of your head, and as you breathe out, imagine the energy ball dropping slowly down to your dantian. So breathe in, feel the energy ball here up on top, and then as you breathe out, it slowly drops down to your tummy. But then you're not going to use your hands anymore, you're just going to use your mind and feel it going through your head, through your neck, and then through your tummy. Okay, I better sit down because I've been squatting all this time. Okay, so you're going to keep doing this. And then one way, if you can't really feel it, kind of like massage the top of your head with your palm like this in a circle. And if you can't feel your tummy, massage your tummy in a circle. And that helps to kind of like increase your awareness of that part of your body. And then do it again. And some of you might feel heat on your hands, which is great, or tingling, or some kind of coolness even, or magnetism, or some fuzzy feeling. That's good. So let's keep doing it. So breathe into the top of your head. And then now imagine there's a beam of light that's connecting the top of your head to that point behind your belly button. And as that ball moves down, it's kind of like reinforcing that beam of light, like a string connecting the two. So breathe in and then feel the string extending down and connecting the two. Breathe in again. Feel the string connecting the two. And the string connecting the two. Top of the head. Little ball. Let's make the ball even smaller now. So let's condense that light and make that ball like a little marble. And it goes through the top of your head, through your brain, through your neck, down through your chest, through your stomach and intestines, and to the bottom, to your tummy. And just feel that connection and feel that white string getting thicker, that string of light getting thicker and stronger. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is now I want you to go both directions. So start with your stomach. As you breathe in, feel the ball going up to your head. And then when you breathe out, feel the ball going down back to your tummy. So imagine there's a little ball in your tummy. And then you breathe in, it goes up to the middle of your head. And then as you breathe out, it goes back down to your tummy. And you breathe in, it goes up back to the middle of your head. So make sure it's in the middle of your head. So middle here, middle here, middle here, right in the middle. Okay, so let's do that. Actually, let's do this. So use your middle finger, guide it from your belly button up to the middle of your head, and then back down. And then up. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And what I like to do is actually, go on the side of the head here. We can do the up to the front, whichever way feels more centered to you. I like the one on the side. Okay, so right now you should probably feel like really straight. If you feel really straight now and up and erect, like your spine's really straight, then it's working. So it's kind of very similar to Kundalini, because when you do Kundalini meditation, what happens is some kind of energy pulls your spine longer, and when you feel that energy, then you've activated that Kundalini energy. Okay. Now, that's the first part. The second part is we're going to go now connect our tummy to our feet. So bring it up and then relax. And then let everything sink down to your bottom of your feet. Breathe up, let it sink down to the bottom of your feet. And what else I want you to do is now I want you to rock back and forth from one foot to the other foot. So lift your heel here on your right foot, then lift your heel on your left foot, and lift your heel on your right foot. And use your hands to kind of, just imagine you're a doll, one of those puppets, and you're using your hand to lift up your feet, and then you're using your hand to lift your feet, like this. Okay? And then put your hands back here, and relax. Just focus your energy onto your tummy, and relax. And keep doing that. Okay, and whenever you're ready, then you can open your eyes. What we, in essence, did is we were connecting our pineal gland or our third eye chakra with our dantian, or our stomach chakra, or sacral chakra, and then also connecting it to our base chakra. And when you do that, you start to feel a lot more centered, because you're actually physically centering yourself, and you're centering your consciousness and your awareness. Yeah, you feel grounded and light. So in Tai Chi, in Qigong, or Taoist, you want to be like the tree. The tree wants to reach up with their branches to the heavens, while the roots go deeper into the ground. So that's actually, if you're feeling light and grounded, then that's perfect. You're doing it really well. Because in Qigong and in this kind of meditation, there's a lot of analogies from nature. A lot of it has to do with a tree or with water. So when we are doing that and you feel light, it's like the branches of the tree with the leaves. They're really light, and they want to reach up to the sky because they want to touch the sun. But then the roots of the tree are very strong, and they go very deep, and they give you the grounding. So if you feel more centered and grounded and light at the same time, then that's perfect. Okay, so that's another very simple meditation that you can do. You know, I added my own ideas to it, but there's many different variations of this that you can do. So that's how you can connect your chakras. We connected the pineal gland, third eye chakra with your sacral chakra, with your base chakra. And you'll feel a lot more invigorated. You know, you just feel like when you're walking, you just feel more substance. You just feel like, I feel more purposeful. I feel more willpower. I feel more centered. I feel like I'm more present. And what happens is that other people will feel it too, and people will notice. So the third thing of how to heal others. Okay, remember today I'm going to teach you three things that you can do with Qi. Yeah, the third thing is how to energy heal others. It's pretty simple. Now, when you learn how to do this on your own body, and you kind of have an idea of how everything flows, like how you connect the chakras and whatnot, and how the visualization works, then all you have to do is to visualize it happening with the person that you're trying to energy heal. Okay, but before you energy heal anybody, you have to first ask for permission. So either you ask for permission from them, like in person or on a video like this. They have to say, okay, yes, you can energy heal me. Otherwise, it might not work, and otherwise there might be blockages. If the person is not there, or you don't even actually have any way of communicating with them, then what you can do is actually ask their higher self. So you can ask their higher self and say, hey, so-and-so's higher self, is it okay if I energy heal you, the person? And then if you receive a positive signal or some kind of positive response, then you can go ahead. But sometimes there's a negative response, and you shouldn't be energy healing that person. Okay, well, but with that said, all it is just doing the same thing. So when we are gathering energy to any one of our chakras or doing any kind of visualization internally, we want to use that imagery on the person. So you don't even need to be in the same place. The person can be somewhere else in the world, and they don't even have to be aware that you're doing this. And you can actually extend your healing intentions to this person. Isn't that cool? And then you're probably thinking, well, David Wong, you're starting to sound kind of crazy, because you're saying that you can heal somebody with your intentions somewhere else in the planet that doesn't even know this is happening. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. And actually, they've done lots of studies where it actually worked. They've proven that this worked. That we can use our intentions to affect somebody else in a distance in 0 time, faster than the speed of light, and with them even knowing that it's happening. Okay, if you guys said my previous webinar, did this couple studies where there's a group of healers, and they don't know each other, and they're from all sorts of different backgrounds, right? One's Reiki, one's doing Qigong, one's doing some like chanting, some's doing some shaman stuff. So all sorts of different healers, energy healers. And then what they did was they had a group of people who had AIDS at that time. And then they gave these healers envelopes with their names of these people who were in the hospital, who were getting treatment. And after the experiment, and every day they would open a new envelope and then send their healing intentions to that person for 1 hour each day. And every day was a different person. So what happened at the end of the experiment was that the group that had the healing or the remote energy healing done, they had less problems while they were getting treatments. And they tend to have better emotional health and less complications during their treatment. Whereas the other group had the same, regular effect or regular disease or whatever symptoms that they had during their treatment. So they did this study a couple of times and they had the same effect. So it shows evidence that it doesn't really matter what faith you have. It doesn't really matter how you do it. It's just learning how to use the force. It's learning just how to use your intention and directing it and focusing it with a positive emotion of wanting to heal and having compassion. It's basically learning how to spread compassion to the world and to individuals. So if you're asking me, David Wong, you're crazy. How can you heal somebody like that? Well, people have done it, and it's been proven many, many times that using intention can heal people. So how do you energy heal others? Well, you have to master or learn how to focus your intentions and how to first learn how to heal yourself, like you just did. Practice that regularly. And then when you can do it yourself, then you can start to heal other people, because now you know how the energy works. You know how it feels when when the energy or the bad energy leaves, or you know how it feels when you feel centered. You know how it feels when you feel grounded. So when you have that personal experience, then you can use those skills and experience and kind of direct that intention to somebody else. Is that cool? Okay, so that's how you energy heal. I mean, there's many courses on that, and they're all great. And if you really want to learn how to heal other people, then you can, I encourage you to learn something like that. Why am I doing this webinar? Why is this called Coil, A New Hope? Because I think that right now we need hope. We need to know that there's more than what we're seeing on TV or what we're reading on the news, and that there's a source of happiness that can be achieved. And then you don't have to be anxious. You don't have to be depressed. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be, worrying. I know there's so many circumstances right now and that cause you to worry. There's lots of logical reasons why you should be worrying. Like, there's so many crazy things happening in the world, but it's all going to pass. It's not going to be permanent. And what's important right now is how you manage your own emotions and how you go through this time of crisis, because it's not really the circumstances around you that make you. It's you who makes you. It's what you think. It's what you do that makes you. So the new hope is that I hope that you can find a way to manage and master your own emotions so that you can give hope to yourself. Like, I'm not the one that's going to give hope. You see those new graphics I do, like I'm the Jedi and I'm like Thor and I'm like Doctor Strange, but I'm not the superhero. You're the superhero. That's what I want you to learn in this webinar, is that you are the superhero. You are the hero in the story, and you're the one that can give hope to other people. So that's why we call this Coil, New Hope. And you might be thinking, oh, David Wong, yeah, you're just trying to sell your equipment and sell your technology. Well, I just showed you don't need this technology to do all this energy healing. You can do it for free. We have free frequencies that you can download that you don't have to pay for. You don't have to buy any of the chi coils or wands or aura coils or anything on my website, and you can still do this by yourself. You have the power to do it. It's just that I found that with these technologies, it makes it a lot more easier. It enhances and speeds up the process. That's why these things were created, and that's why I'm working so hard to improve these things on an ongoing basis, so that more people can learn how to do these things faster, more powerfully, and then spread it to more people. Okay? Because whether you believe it or not, if you don't use any technology, fine. Then you're using your own power, which is pretty powerful, but it takes a long time to train yourself to become a Jedi Master, okay? Become a Jedi Master is not an easy road. It's not like what we see in the recent Star Wars, where she just meditates for 5 minutes with Luke Skywalker and she knows everything. It doesn't happen that way in real life. Okay, in real life, you need to do some training. It takes some time to master these techniques. But now you can be like Ray. You can actually download these things to your brain, because we have the technology to actually program you with these positive frequencies. We can actually program you just like in the Matrix. Download the frequency. We can download Kung Fu into your mind. Remember that scene in the Matrix where they spent hours to download Kung Fu into Neo's mind? So we have some programs with our higher quantum frequencies, which are extremely powerful, and they can actually download specific emotions right into your mind, into your whole self, actually. And many people, not only did they experience something physically change in their body, or even like improve their mood, a lot of people are starting saying that they experienced something spiritual, which is actually not that surprising, because it's all connected. If you can align your body and if you can align your mind, then automatically your spirit will also be lined up as well, and also be effective and enhanced. So that's why this webinar, I want to tell you that there's hope through all these dark times. And if you don't believe me, that's okay, because there are ways to, there's some science behind this. Okay, let me show you. So now, before I go into that, right now, I think there's a lot of problems in the world. And one main reason is that there are some dark powers that are trying to keep you powerless. They're trying to keep you from realizing how powerful you are. This is just my point of view. There's food companies that are creating processed foods that have GMOs that cause you to be unhealthy. Pharmaceutical companies that create medicine or pills or drugs that only cover the symptoms but never actually heal the disease. Climate change due to pollution. The 5G network has been rolled out in Canada. I don't know about the States yet, but in Canada it has been rolled out. And then conveniently during the pandemic, they rolled out the 5G quietly in Canadian cities. And what I believe it to be is actually a strategic flow of chi energy disruption. I was driving down the street the other day and I was shocked because I saw these churches where they had the side, like the roof of the church, and it was covered with cell phone towers. They put cell phone towers right in like the sign, or put it on the roof, or they put it in the tower, in the clock tower inside. Yeah, I should have taken a picture. Almost every church, I live in Vancouver, right? Almost every church in Vancouver has cell phone towers on them. You may be asking, well, you may be thinking, well, that's because they're renting the space to these cell phone networks so that they can get extra income. And, it's no harm. We're not using this space anyway. So you might as well put the cell phone towers on the church. I should take a picture. Just search cell phone towers on churches. Okay, I'm not talking about really tall. There's these long things, and they're cell transmitters. Maybe it just so happened that they put these on churches, but isn't that kind of alarming that the place where people gather to have a spiritual connection or connect to God is where they put these cell phone towers? Okay, and what do these cell phone signals do? There's lots of evidence that they are causing cancer, and there's lots of evidence that is actually degenerating our DNA. So actually, it's ruining our ability to be better humans, better in body, mind, and spirit. So it's just really shocking because I mean, I don't expect every church to understand the harmfulness of 5G, but it's real. And unfortunately, many of these churches in Vancouver have these cell phone towers, and in my opinion, it's directly affecting their ability to become closer to, to be more spiritually enlightened, because they're literally messing with their brainwaves. I don't want to be conspiracy theorist, but it's out there. I mean, basically, they want to distract or use fear or confuse you and people in general so that they don't realize that what is unseen actually really exists. Because all we're talking about right now is chi energy, the force, right? The quantum field, the infinite point field, the 0 point energy field, our intentions. You can't see any of these things. But we're starting to see these things. We're starting to measure these things with devices. But they don't want you to realize that these things are real. They want to distract you, and they want to confuse you with misinformation so that you're not aware of energy. You're not aware that we are all energy. They want you to think that we are all based on Newtonian physics, which is just hard matter. But quantum physics reveals that we are all energy. We are not matter. We are all energy. That's the truth. And the people in power don't want you to know the truth. They want you to think in hard terms, in Newtonian physics. And they don't want you to realize that there's more than what you can see that exists in this universe. How can we open our eyes? Let me ask you a question. If you had superpowers, what would you do? And what if I told you that you not only do you have superpowers, which I just showed you, right? You were able to heal yourself with just your mind and with your intention. And you give yourself more transformation points. You were able to transform yourself a few points towards becoming a better person in just a matter of minutes. Isn't that a superpower? Wouldn't you agree that that itself is a superpower? And what if I told you that not only do you have superpowers, but you have the ability to give other people superpowers? Then wouldn't that be awesome? And it's true that we are all Jedi. And just like Luke Skywalker, he had doubts whether he was even a Jedi when he was first trained. And even Neo in the Matrix, he doubted that he was the chosen one. But then they never gave up. And they kept training. And then they met the people that they needed to meet in order to mentor them and bring them to the next level in their evolution. And then eventually, they did become a Jedi. And Neo did become the one. Those are just all fantasy stories. But there's truth to that, because we all have superpowers. And we are all chosen. And we are all Jedi. We all have the ability to give other people superpowers. We all have the ability to heal ourselves, to improve ourselves, and to make a difference in this world. So that's why we talk about Coil, New Hope. So what if we focus all our intentions to better this planet? And instead of changing the world through just military or economic power, which is what everybody is doing, we change the world through compassion and through positive energy, positive frequency, and positive intention. What would happen if we all just united and did just that? Instead of fighting wars or trying to fight economic wars, we focus on just healing ourselves and healing the planet. And you might be asking, well, how is this possible? How can we heal the planet just by doing that? Well, there's a Maharishi effect. In 2007, 2010, there's a group of meditators who focused on meditating in improving the consciousness of a certain city. And during that time, they were able to reduce the crime rate and the homicide rate in that urban crime area up to 18%. Actually, 21% reduced homicide rate and 18% reduced violent crime rate over the course of the time that they did the meditation. Everything else was the same. All they did was just unite their intentions and then focus their intention to heal that city from crime and heal that city from violence. And they successfully did it. Why does it work? It's because we are all antennas. We are all human antennas that can transmit our intentions through space and time. And that's why we are all like Jedi. Because just like when Alderaan was destroyed by the Death Star, I know I'm using a lot of Star Wars analogy, but that's the topic of this webinar. And then at that time, Obi-Wan Kenobi felt a disturbance in the Force. That's exactly what happens, because we can communicate in zero time through space and time. And I think we all intuitively know that this is true, because sometimes if you have brothers and sisters, we start singing the same tune that we have in our heads exactly the same time. Or how twins can predict what the other person is doing. How twins, when they grow up separated from each other, end up marrying the same marrying a wife with the same name, with the same general work. They had the same job, where they never was together when they grew up. So there's something that connects us more than what we can see. There's something that connects all consciousness. We are all connected. We are all energy. So that's the Maharishi effect. So if we can focus our intention to better this planet and to heal ourselves, heal other people, and heal the planet, then just imagine how much we can change as a group. And if people can do this without any technology, imagine if we just use the technology. Because what it does is it amplifies your intentions. It amplifies the effects. Why did the Egyptians have the pyramid? Why did Moses have a staff? Why did many ancient people have technologies or temples that are built in a certain way, in certain places, with certain geometries, with certain frequencies? Because all geometry is actually just frequency and resonance and vibration. Why did they have those things? It's because that was the technology they used at the time. to advance the consciousness. They had technology to advance their consciousness and to connect to a higher spiritual level. So today, that's what I hope to be developing and to keep working on, is to create more technology so that us as humans will not be bombarded by just negative technology like 5G. We need something in order to combat and counter the negative technology with something positive technology, so that we can keep and advance ourselves in our consciousness. Just a few things. I'm going to go through these really quickly. But many people are saying, well, this is all fringe science. It's not proven. Well, if you watch my webinar, let me show you a few things, okay? First of all, we can count biophotons. Our bodies actually emit light energy, and we can actually measure this. And Qigong healers have more light energy coming out from their hands, biophotons, than regular people. And when they do energy healing, these biophotons are transferred to the patient. They measure this scientifically. It's shown that they can do it. Also, biophotons can focus on your fingers like this. And the most focus is on your index finger. As you can see, they have machines that can measure biophotons. So can we send light and receive light through our skin and through our hands? It's been scientifically proven that we can. So this is not fringe science. These have been proven. We can also measure the energy that comes from our fingers, and using that, we can determine how healthy you are, which organs need help, which organs have more energy, which organs have less energy. And we can actually extrapolate that and see how strong your aura is, and also how strong your chakras are. These can be measured. This is all scientifically proven. They've also done studies where they built a giant bunker and they housed several students at months at a time, where they were shielded from the electromagnetic frequency of Earth. And they used frequencies in order to change their circadian rhythm. And they found that using something like this, like the Qi coils or something like the Aura coils, not as advanced as what we have now, but using what they had at that time, with the frequencies, they were able to help people feel more relaxed and actually feel more normal. Because if they didn't have the frequency, they started to feel depressed and suicidal. It can actually change somebody's emotions. That's what they proved with this experiment. So there's a lot of different experiments that people have done over the years to prove the power of our mind, and also prove that frequencies and energy and vibration can affect our consciousness, affects our mood, and also affects our DNA. We are all energy. Right, so here it is. I know Kung Fu. Next thing I want to share with you is the new meditation technology that we're releasing. Okay, this is really exciting, guys. Okay, get excited for this, because we are now releasing Coil 3 Quantanium. This is brand new. This is the most powerful Coil system ever. And what's new is it has a new Quantanium crystal chamber with 3 internal crystals, an orgone, Torah base, and gold copper writing. So now we added Quantanium crystals. And what are Quantanium crystals? They are especially treated. Why do we add crystals? Because we know that crystals have resonance. And in the same way that people use crystals to communicate with on their cell phones or in laptop computers and as transmitters, crystals can be used for communication. So when you add crystals to Qi coils, they add more crystal energy resonance to your Qi coils. So that's brand new. And right now we're doing pre-order. And then we also designed it with a new safety plug. So now you can easily unplug and plug in the Qi coils. So it's a lot safer and a lot more durable. It's compatible with all frequencies and devices: Android phones, iPhones, iPads, iPods, even laptop computers. Okay, so now we have Coil 3. You guys excited about that? This is the newest stuff. Okay, so we have Quantanium crystals like this. These are real crystals that we place inside of the new toroids. See, they're inside. So we place them in a vortex pattern. And then after that, we do the wiring on top of it. And what's new also is we have included with the kit is the new mini mobile power kit, which is awesome because it doubles the power of your cell phone. And it's totally mobile. You don't need to plug it in. For some time, we've been using the regular power kit, which is good too. And you need to plug that into the wall. But now you don't need to plug in the wall. It's just whole one system. You just plug it into this tiny thing. It gives it double the power. It's USB chargeable. And you can plug 2 Qi coils to it at the same time. This is awesome. Okay, so that's included with the new Qi Coil 3 system. Okay, so that's what's new. And what's included? So you get the Qi Coil 3 Quantanium Yin and the Yang, so both directions. Each one has a different effect. You get the mobile power kit. You get the transformation course. You get 6 gold therapy magnets. You get the quick release clip, premium alloy case. You get 9 Scarlet frequencies, 34 master frequencies, 150 abundance frequencies. So all the free bonus package, which includes a bunch of courses, Qigong energy healing course that's included, and also a supreme immune support upgrade. So all that's included. Okay, so you can get this in two versions. You can get it with the mobile power kit, or you can get it with the regular power kit. And the difference is the regular one, you have to plug it in. It gives you 5 times more power, and then the mobile gives you 2 times more power, and then you don't need to plug it in the wall. For most people, you probably don't even need 5 times power. A lot of people don't even need that much because it's so powerful already. And okay, so here's a comparison. You're wondering Qi Coil 1 versus 2 versus 3. So Qi Coil 3 has the most range. Okay, and then Qi Coil 1 has the least. And then Qi Coil 3 is the only one with the quantanium crystals. And durability is the most because it has the new safety plug. So it's a lot more durable than the other ones. The other ones are okay too, but not as durable as the Qi Coil 3. So it's the best we have so far. It's got the tri-crystal chamber toroid. This guy's got a solid toroid. This got acrylic nest. So it basically is the best system. Okay, so it will take about 5 to 7 weeks because it's pre-order. The price will be higher once it's officially launched. So right now you get the Save 500, but after that, when it's officially launched, then the price will be increased. Quantum crystals, I just explained what those are. Can you use your own crystals? You can use any crystals with any Qi Coil, but you won't be able to put them in because we have them installed inside already and you can't take them out. Okay, new power kit, explain that. Yes, you can connect 2 Qi Coils at the same time. We have attraction frequencies that put you into a state of being, well, it depends what you attract. So you can either have one that attracts money, or you can have one that attracts like a soulmate or attract a mate. We actually have ones that attract positive situations. You attract good luck. So all those frequencies you can use with the Qi Coils because it turns the music or the sounds into electromagnetic energy. So now it affects your whole nervous system, affects your the way you think, affects how you feel, and then just by changing your vibration, now you're able to attract those things into your life. So that's how it works. Can I order one to be shipped to my parents in another country? They live in India. Yes, absolutely. Just change the shipping address and we will ship to anywhere in the world. I think pretty much anywhere in the world. Jennifer says, I just bought 2 Qi Coils and I still don't know how to use them with the Yang Qi Coils. I'm nervous about it. Well, if you're nervous, then first just try out the sounds by themselves. Because sometimes Qi Coils may be powerful, too powerful for some people. But that's no big deal. So just try the sounds by themselves and start meditating with the sounds. You can use any of the free ones that we have or the ones that you can purchase. Then once you find one that you really like, then you can connect it to the Qi Coil and then use it at a low volume. So what do you mean by low volume? Low volume just means when you're running the Qi Coil app, you can just turn down the volume, right? So, when you play it, there's a volume button. There's a volume button on your phone that you can turn down. And how you measure also how strong it is you can use a magnet that comes with the set. So every set of Qi Coils come with this magnet, and it's used for testing the electromagnetic energy from coil. So you just feel it, and you should feel a slight buzzing, slight vibration, right? So you can feel how strong it is. And and you can start in a very low setting. So you can start on maybe just a 1 volume or 2 volume. Warmer hands and palms. Energy healers typically do have more blood circulation, in my opinion, because they practice that, right? So if you're practicing more energy healing and more with your hands, then naturally your hands will have more blood circulation, and naturally your hands will be warmer because of that. How do you diagnose what frequency goes with each situation feeling? Okay, what's 9 planets plus 4? Well, you just click on it and there's lots of description to explain what they are for. Okay, what each frequency is for. So those are the quantum frequencies. We also have higher quantum frequencies, which are even more specific. For example, here's one, balance and clarity. So this is one specifically for the emotion of balance and clarity, deep transformation. Right? We have stay focused, overcome fear. A lot of these are very popular. Stop addictions. So these are all very specific. If you don't know what, if you still don't know what they are for, you can just read the description. Attract abundance, right? Magnetic attraction, attract money, manifestation amplifier, manifestation abundance motivator, success programming, health, wealth, and wisdom, happy thoughts, inner peace and joy, and so on. So they're all pretty specific about what the experience is. We even have psychic ability activators, psychic shields, lucid dream inducer, so people who want to experience more lucid dreaming, or astral projection. So stuff gets pretty crazy. Yeah, so it's all there. And when you buy the transformation system, the Coil 3, you get most of those. You don't get the new higher quantum ones, but you'll get all of the quantum frequencies included. So what's the difference between the clockwise and the counterclockwise? The counterclockwise tends to have a feeling of more expansiveness, openness. The clockwise ones helps you to focus, helps you to feel more like present, and more focusing, more contracting. So sometimes you might want to use the yang, sometimes you use the yin. It's up to you. And it's good to have both, because sometimes you use too much yin and you need to balance yourself, so you need to use the yang. Use the yang to balance yourself out. But both have beneficial effects. Shelly wants to know, does the Coil have to be touching the body when you're using it, or can it be on the side of the table during sleep? Yeah, so you don't need to make any contact with the Coils. They are non-contact. Actually, it's better to have them right in front of you, like this, or even when you're sleeping, you can put it on the bedside table, and lots of people do that. Just keep it on a low setting. If you're using a power kit, sometimes it's too strong, like even a mini power kit. So we really have to experiment it, because people ask me, how do I need the power kit or not? It really depends on the person. Some people are, so to speak, energy deaf, or energy deaf. They can't hear, or they can't experience the energy, even though it's really powerful, and they need that extra boost in order to feel something. Whereas some people are energy sensitive, which means that they need to turn it down, or don't use any power kit at all. You really have to just use it. Start small, right? And then see how it goes for you. So if you start small and then you're not feeling anything after a couple of days, then maybe you need to turn up a little bit more, or maybe get a power kit. Or if you start small and then you're like, whoa, I'm getting dizzy, then you don't need any power kit. You probably should turn down. Another thing you should also do is like try different frequencies, because maybe that frequency isn't for you at that time. Because we all go through different experiences in life, different times of the year, different times of the month. For example, we have different types of energy in our body, and we may be going through different emotional things in our life. So when one frequency we listen to and say, oh no, this feels awful, I don't like this, then probably your body didn't need that at that time. Maybe you need another frequency instead. And then you listen to another one and say, wow, I feel so good. Then yeah, that's the one that you needed at the time. The third thing that may happen though is that you listen to a frequency. Oh, this is kind of annoying. I don't really like this. But then what happens a lot of times is that they just listen to it for a little bit longer, and then something clicks, and then all of a sudden they say, actually this feels pretty good, and actually it feels really good. And so what's happening there is that we have these blockages in our body and in our consciousness and in spiritually even. And then when that is being pushed out of ourselves, when we're nudging on those blockages, initially it doesn't feel that good. It feels kind of annoying. It feels kind of like, irritating. But then once that blockage has moved and dislodges, then we just feel great. So it's kind of like a detox, right? When you detox yourself, like doing a detox in your body, what happens is you release, your organs get cleansed out of all these toxins, but before they leave your body, they're in your bloodstream, and then eventually you will clear it out, and then eventually you're going to experience a lot of positive things. So I personally experienced that. For example, for the first time I used the wand, I said, "Man, this is too strong. I can't use this. I feel this tension in my heart. I just feel my heart is like wrenching." And then I just kept using it because I intuitively knew that, my heart was really kind of like, I had lots of broken-hearted issues and have lots of pain and, sadness and grief and depression in my heart. And the more I used it, then that tension went away slowly. And then all of a sudden my wife tells me, "Hey, I noticed that you talk more and you smile more. I noticed that you're in a better mood. I noticed that you're more caring, and I noticed that you're more expressive." And I told her, "Yeah, I noticed it too. And I think it's the wand. I think it actually pushed out the blockages that I had in my heart chakra." Angelique wants to know what's the typical lifespan of a chi coil? Probably 1 to 3 years or longer. Depends how much you bring it with you, or you're taking it in and out of the bags and stuff like that. They're made to be portable, so it should be lasting you, at least a couple, 2 or 3 years. And if they wear out, they can be repaired, right? If you drop them, they're pretty durable because these are solid. Even the Chico 3s are very durable. And like if you handle them really roughly, then they may not last as long. Or if you yank on the cords or accidentally do that, then they can be repaired and they can be easily fixed. And if you're concerned about that, we have a accident protection plan. It's pretty inexpensive, and you can cover up to 3 years. So for any accidents that happen to the coil, you just read. There's some disclaimers though, acts of God, it doesn't cover that. It doesn't cover theft, right? But if you drop it, or if you accidentally break it or make it damaged, then we can actually replace it for you or repair it for you for free, up to 3 years. But I've been using the same coils for years and they have no problem. Okay, John wants to know, is the mantra coil compatible with Australian 240-volt systems? So the mantra coil, all our devices that are compatible with any voltage system. You just need to get an amplifier that works in your country. So if you need a 240-volt system, just get an amplifier that runs on 240 volts. So as long as you have a proper amplifier, and we have a list of amplifiers, it's the Crown amplifiers that we recommend, and either you use that one in 240 volts, or you can buy an adapter and then use the same amplifier. Martha wants to know, do you have any frequency for hot flashes that have lasted for years? I think we do. It's one of our Rife frequencies. I think we have a hot flash Rife frequency. So that's available on our Rife app. Just search for our Rife app. If you don't know, you can ask support and they can send you the link. Haroon wants to know, what's the frequency you use to treat the bald head? Oh, okay. Just the Life Force one. Regarding the Aura Coil, does the plexiglass top attach to the base, or is it loose fit? Looking at your Facebook picture, Aura Coil must be attached because it's shown on its edge. Okay, what I did here is I actually used some 3M tape, double-sided tape to tape them together, and it's pretty secure. But they actually they can be removed on top of each other, so they just sit on top of each other. But if you want to place it vertically, like this, then what you can do is use double-sided circle tapes, and then you tape the posts together, and then they just stand up like that. So here's the image of me when I had this bald spot in the back of my head. It's 2-inch wide bald spot, and then for 1.5 years it didn't improve at all. And then I started to use the resonant wave technology, and then I started noticing that little white hairs started to grow out of that bald spot. And then about a month later, those white hairs turned into little black hairs and started filling up the spot, the bald spot. And 3 months later, it completely regrew itself in 3 months, as you can see. So that's my experience with my baldness. Now, is it going to work for bald men? I have no idea. I didn't even expect this to happen. This is just a surprise benefit I experienced. And there's no claim that this technology will do anything like this. But you're welcome to try it out and see if it works for you. See if you can grow back your hair if you need to. What's the difference between the wands and the transformation kit? So the transformation kits comes with our Chi coils, right? So our Chi coil 3, you get 2 of these, and then they're the ones with the crystals inside. That's how it looks like without the wires. Here's it with the wires. You get 2 of these, you get the course. So the transformation course is a 5-week course that I've created to help you to learn how to manifest. So how to create things, how to attract abundance. And it starts with your body, with energy, and then second level is integration, and third level is I forgot what it was. The third level is I have the chart somewhere. I think clearing, and then the fourth level is manifestation. So there's these levels, and teach you how you can go from anywhere that you are now in order to manifest things into your life through a step-by-step process. It's a 5-week course, and then I show you how to do the meditations. I show you how to use the technology together with the meditations to speed up your process. That's what the transformation system is. The wand is a different kind of technology, and that one, resonant wands. Resonant wands are a lot more powerful than the Chi coils, and they have sapphire and ruby gems, which are not on the Chi coils. Okay, and they work together with a tablet with over 10,000 frequencies. So there's way more frequencies, and it's got the sapphire and the ruby gems. It's a lot more powerful than the Chi coils. So that's the main differences. Inner course frequencies separate from the transformation course frequencies. I think what you're asking is, are the inner circle frequencies separate? Yeah, so the inner circle is only inner circle. The frequencies they get are only available for inner circle members. They're not in the transformation course, or they're not in the transformation system. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this webinar. I hope that it helped you to open your mind, and then hope you to give you hope. That's the goal. It's a new hope. I want to give you a light of hope. And for people out there that are suffering, that are not having a good time right now, I want to tell you that you have the power to improve yourself. You have the power to feel better yourself. Instead of relying on TV or relying on apps or things like that, you can do it yourself. You don't need other people. Other people can help, but you have the power in order to change yourself and to transform yourself into whatever you want, right? Do you want to feel happier? Do you want to feel less stressed? Do you want to have less anxiety? Do you want to attract a loving soulmate? Do you want to attract positive situations and circumstances? Do you want to have more success? You want to have more money? You can do those things, because I've done it myself. I was, poor, and I was depressed, and I was sick, and I was able to transform myself through the meditation, through the technology, and here I am today as proof that I can do it. And then I'm telling you that you can do it too. And I'm here to help you on your journey. I'm here to guide you, because I didn't have anybody to guide me when I was on my journey. And as I look back, if I thought that there was something like me to guide me, I wouldn't have to suffer so much. And that's another one of my goals. I don't want people to suffer needlessly. And through these technologies, now I believe that people don't have to suffer as much. And there's ways to do a lot of things that we always dreamed of doing. So I'm David Wong, the Master Manifestor, and I hope you join me on this journey. And until next time, use the Qi and prosper.